Um, actually, it didn't even start yet. To be honest,
What?
like honestly, just got tired of waiting. Like, and I just left.
Okay,
Like
okay.
they put like because they had a clock going. They were like, "Oh, the game's gonna start in like 20 minutes or whatever." And then I guess it kept delaying. Like every 5 minutes, they kept adding time to it.
Oh,
And then I
bad
was,
weather.
yeah, like because it was raining, it was pouring heavy. It was pouring really heavy. So I
Yeah,
was like, forget this.
yeah, yeah. I want to have like a. I want to end up having like a specialized streams in the future, like especially like when NBA season's coming back. I want to talk about
Yeah,
basketball, like just talk about basketball. That'll be dope. And get some people I know who also like know basketball and just talk about that.
hmm
I want to do this for like other stuff too. But yeah, NBA stream is what I want to do.
yeah. And like I'm trying to like really like pay attention to basketball this year because last year I don't know I was kind of like during the regular season I didn't really pay attention
I ain't
to a
pay
lot of
attention
teams. I would just watch
to
like primetime games. But I'm trying to like follow a few teams this year.
yeah, same. I think NBA is gonna be so watered down. Like people are already saying like y'all not watching NFL, y'all still trying to watch NBA when
hmm
you already know who's gonna win. And it's like damn, that's kind of true. Like,
Yeah,
but like I still want to follow it. Like I'm still curious like to see
yeah.
what we're gonna do in Toronto. Obviously the Warriors are gonna be OP, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm kind of curious as to like how good the Warriors will do. Like, will they be like 82-0, or will they be like not as good as people thought? Like, will DeMarcus Cousins mess up the chemistry and stuff?
Well,
Like, kind
well,
of.
so first of all, DeMarcus Cousins he's injured, so he's probably not
Oh,
even gonna be back. He's not even gonna be back until like January, I think. I think
oh,
that's
I
his
didn't even know that.
projected time. Yeah, and then they're not gonna go 82-0. That's wild. Like
I feel like they could,
they
and there's no excuse for them not to. Like, to be honest.
for them to go 82-0, like I don't know, maybe it's just that it will require like because NBA players they take days off when they play like
You're right.
even though Kevin Durant made 30 points in his sleep, like he's not gonna play hard every game, so
That's
they'll
true.
take days off and then they'll go against those bad teams who they underestimate, and then they'll end up losing to them. I just don't think they'll go 82-0, but they could potentially beat their record, their 73-9 record.
They really could beat that at like because they just have so much like weapons, so many pieces to their team. Like, it's just not fair.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, we might as well get started with this stream. What up, everybody? It's Ebb and Flow. You already know. I just realized we're live, actually live.
What's good? Hello,
What's
people.
good?
Internet. It's your
J.O.
boy Jo repping one mic today.
One mic. Is that is that apparel that you sell, or just
um,
that's that FAU?
it's actually not being sold. We like do give out shirts to members of the organization. So you got to be an FAU student, and you got to kind of like participate in our events and stuff like that in order to get a shirt.
Okay, so AKA none of y'all getting that.
Basically, yeah. But maybe we might sell them one day. I don't know. Who knows?
You should, yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Um, so we can get started. What do you want to talk about? We could shoot. Let's just get into the Nike Kaepernick topic. Really
Say less.
saying it. So, all right. So, for people who lived under a rock the past, I guess 7 days, Nike made Kaepernick the face of its campaign. So, pretty much they had like a whole bunch. They had a whole bunch of commercials where they had different athletes, and the one for Kaepernick said, believe in. I believe it's believe in what you do, even if it means sacrificing everything. And so I already made a video about this. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But I made a video about this talking about, Nike, Kaepernick, NFL, and how this whole thing is pretty much like, NFL, you better kind of get on board with us because we pretty much sponsor you as a brand. You guys wear our apparel, and we're making Kaepernick the face of our organization. So y'all need to get on board or get left in the dust. So what did you think of, I guess, Nike making Kaepernick the face?
Honestly, like I was surprised at first because I was like, dang, like I didn't really know Nike was like gonna like I didn't think of Nike as something like that would promote that kind of cause or like stand for that kind of cause. So I was like, dang, like this is surprising. And I was also happy because like I found out that they had been like secretly, or like someone said that they had been secretly paying Kaepernick this entire time, and now they're just like showing it to the world that they've been doing that and that they've been supporting him. And like it's, I guess, and like it's good to know that like even though he hasn't been playing in the NFL, and like because like in my head I'm thinking like he's just not doing anything, like or he's not making any money, like he's donating money from like what he's made in the past from the NFL, but I'm not thinking he's getting like much income. But like I guess it's like kind of makes me happy knowing that like Nike's been paying him and they're making him the face of their cause and stuff like that. And what else? Also, I saw somebody make a good point. They said that or not, I don't know if it's like a good point, but they're like it's like an interesting point. Like they kind of said that it seems like Nike was just using Kaepernick to like make money off of him, and when in reality they don't really care about the cause or something like that. But I'm not sure if I believe that. Like I think I'm still kind of like I think this is overall a good thing.
Right.
But yeah, people have been saying different things about it.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention this in my video, but yeah, it's interesting that Nike's been, I guess, kind of paying for Kaepernick and just now revealed that. Like I said before, it's like Nike kind of has a history of being like, or at least recently they have a history of trying to be like more progressive, especially like when it involves like social issues and like just being inclusive. Like they had that they made athletic wear for Muslim athletes. Which,
Oh yeah.
I don't think hijab is the correct word, but it's basically like they could wear stuff to cover up their bodies for the women during athletic events, and I thought that was cool because you don't really see any other athletic organization doing something like that. Now I did hear something where people said there's a new wave of capitalism called woke capitalism, where like these organizations because I guess because especially America, but because like Western countries are becoming more, I guess, socially progressive, the new thing is for organizations to also become socially progressive. But of course, an organization is not going to be, at the end of the day, especially in America, it's going to be all about the money. So all this stuff is just for all this woke stuff is just for capitalism and riding that wave of capitalism. And really, Nike's just the I guess the leader of it right now. That's an interesting perspective I've heard.
Yeah. What do you think that's what Nike's, or you don't think that's what Nike's doing? Do you think, right?
I don't want to say that's what they're doing. It's just it is interesting. Like you said, like they've been paying Kaepernick this whole time. Like for me, I can't see an organization doing something without it benefiting them in some way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it's not making money, why would the organization do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
But like
I think they have good intentions, but at the same time, like they're trying to make money off of it. So, but I think their intentions are still good anyway.
I think they're definitely moving in the right direction, but we can't be so quick to praise them at the same time because you know they also have those have you heard those allegations where they got like I guess child workers or they have like horrible working conditions for like the people who do they have like sweatshops in other countries, you know?
Yeah.
Or like they have the horrible working conditions and or whatever. So oh man, I'm so out of it right now. But yeah, that's what they're saying.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just tired. Like a wave of lethargy just hit me.
That's where you got to get like me.
Boy, what?
Are sipping, big fellas. Oh, that Daisha?
What up?
So,
what's up, Daisha?
What's good?
What's popping?
So, Daisha, we were just talking about the whole Nike Kaepernick thing.
Oh yeah.
And how like because I heard this one person talk about how like the new thing for organization to be woke capitalists. So like, what does that mean to you? What do you think about Nike?
Woke capitalists. I don't know what the label means,
So,
but
let me explain it real quick. So like, being a woke capitalist is basically using like social issues and being woke as part of your marketing strategy in order to also make money, pretty much.
I think it's just being a smart capitalist. That's what capitalism is about. We go with what's popular and we make money off of it. Whether they're woke or not, I don't know if they're woke. They're just strategic.
Yeah, but so like the whole, but you're pretty much saying like what woke capitalism is. Like they're using social issues in order to make money off of it. That's what the idea is.
So technically, they're woke.
Right, like how so like for example, how Nike is basically using the Kaepernick situation,
right?
And, making him the face of the organization, and standing up against racism and all these other forms of bigotry. Basically, like that's what being woke capitalist is.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that is what they're doing. People love to make up labels.
That's true.
Yeah,
wow.
I feel it though. Woke capitalism.
I was saying that like I feel like that's true. Like that's kind of what they're doing, but at the same time, I feel like their intentions are somewhat good. Like, but at the same time, like they probably wouldn't do it if it wasn't making them any money, or if it wasn't like the popular or the I guess the popular thing to do.
Yeah, like
right. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like yeah, like the CEO or whatever he might agree with it, but at the same time, because like if you look at this situation, like this is like a prime opportunity to like take advantage of like Kaepernick and like these social issues because we're ushering in the new generation where like each generation is getting more progressive and liberal, and so it's like the prime opportunity to market to that audience, to that demographic, and you're gonna make money off of it. You're not gonna really care about the racist 60-year-old white demographic. You're gonna cater towards that younger demographic which cares about this kind of stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, they don't really care about the racist people that are like burning their shoes and stuff like that, anyways, because like that money is already made for them. So
Yeah, they already bought that.
Right, exactly. You just look dumb.
Yeah,
so it's like a win-win.
for real. Yeah, I mean, that whoever came up with that idea to make Kaepernick the face, shoot, that was smart. Give him a bone. Give him a bonus. So okay, so on to the next topic. Eminem versus everyone. So y'all know Eminem, he released an album, and on that album he kind of threw shots at like a whole bunch of rappers like Drake, Machine Gun Kelly, Joe Budden. He also threw shots at DJ Academics or whatever.
Really?
So, yeah, he threw shots at a lot of people. And so on that, so like the first person to respond back to him was Machine Gun Kelly.
Right.
Who, you know, I liked his rap. Like, did you guys listen to it?
I liked his album. Like I liked it a lot. But
I'm talking about Machine Gun Kelly.
oh, Machine Gun Kelly's this. I actually didn't listen to that. Wait, did I? I think I did listen to it. I heard like a snippet of it on Twitter. And it was huh?
No, I said it was solid.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, like for Machine Gun Kelly.
What was he saying?
Was he what?
Well, like what was like some memorable lines that he had? Like, or what was he really doing?
He pretty much was just told the truth, just saying like, I mean, he acknowledged him as the best rapper, but he said like all you do is stay in your room and read the dictionary, stuff like that. He said some other stuff. I don't know. You gotta listen to it. Like I can't. It's hard for me to describe unless you want me to play it right now. But it's hard for me to describe. Yeah.
You should. What was I gonna say? Did you wait? Apparently, he dissed Joe Budden, and I heard he dissed Tyler the Creator too. Eminem.
Right. Yeah. He dissed Joe Budden. Tyler. Yeah. He called Tyler the Creator a homophobic slur.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So he kind of just went in on everybody, but it was kind of like why, kind of random, in my opinion. But then like so everybody's right now everybody's kind of waiting for Machine Gun Kelly or for Eminem to respond back to Machine Gun Kelly. But then like Joe Budden went on his podcast and said, "I did more than you in the last 10 years, and you've done anything." Did you get that?
Oh yeah, Joe Budden? I saw that.
Yeah, Joe Budden said that.
I didn't know if Joe Budden was like doing anything now either, but I agreed that Eminem hadn't been saying anything for a long time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, Joe Budden, he's been on this shit. Like
Well, I'm just not familiar with music, so.
Oh yeah, not Joe. Music wise, Joe Budden can't really hold a candle to Eminem.
Okay.
On any level.
Okay.
But right now, Joe Budden is like the leading voice in hip hop, like because he has like a podcast.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
His podcast is like doing really well and stuff. Like he has done a lot. And he was pretty much saying like Eminem in the last 10 years you haven't said anything of like importance. Like you look at the subject matter of all your albums that you put out, you haven't really said anything. And he just like, which is weird because I thought being in Slaughterhouse they were on the same label and they were all like them always being cool. So I don't know what that's really about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Lupe Fiasco got into it saying, I forgot what Lupe Fiasco said, but he basically said like, no shade towards Eminem and Joe Budden, but like if I made a diss track, I would body everybody, including Eminem and Joe Budden.
It's so random.
For real. I forgot. Right. I don't know what exactly prompted that, but it was just like, okay.
I thought Lupe was gonna drop an album. He's been quiet.
Lupe always quiet. Fell off. That nigga fell off.
But yeah, I'm definitely like listen to the diss track, like, because I heard some of Eminem shots that he took on his album, but I haven't really heard much. I mean, I like I said, I heard the snippet of like MGK's diss track, and like I think as far as Joe Budden, like what he said, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Just because, well, I don't know, I agree and disagree because Joe Budden, like he, I feel like after Everyday Struggle, like after he got off that, like nobody really paid attention. Like not nobody, but like a lot of people don't really like watch Joe Budden anymore. Really, like
Really?
yeah, because like Everyday Struggle had a lot of fans, but I feel like after Joe Budden left it, like that show lost fans, and then like people don't really want to follow Joe Budden individually. I
But
feel
now,
like
but now he has that podcast, which like is
yeah,
also
I know, but I feel like only like hip hop heads like listen to that podcast. So like true like Joe Budden fans listen to it.
oh for real.
Yeah, like I don't really listen to it that much. Like I probably heard like one part of it one time, and like I follow him on Twitter, so I kind of like see what he tweets about some of the topics. But yeah, I feel like not too many people, or as much as people that are watching Everyday Struggle are watching or listening to his podcast. And like Eminem, like he's been kind of like Eminem's kind of been popping lately. Like this album that he just released, and then that what's it called, the Revival album, that wasn't that good, but it still got a lot of attention. And he was on those BET ciphers, like he was doing a lot.
But see, and that's the interesting thing with Eminem. Like Eminem can put out an album and it could do well commercially. Like I think Revival went multi-platinum or something like that. But like people like hip hop heads still say that album sucks. And I think like Eminem right now he's getting clout and success off of that main like off of white people, like off the white people who still like his music. But like as far as the culture goes, like people in the culture aren't really messing with his music like that. Like I've heard like especially on Twitter, people are clowning Eminem's album. Like people think it's trash or mid or they'll say like it's better than Revival, but that's not even saying much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Like, and people, have you seen that video of that guy like mimicking how Eminem raps?
Yeah, Chris D'Elia, he's a comedian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like,
It's true. Oh my god, I
it's so funny.
Why does he rap like that? And then when I hear like a new white rapper who comes out and has that kind of flow, that lyrical, miracle, spiritual individual, like that,
Yeah.
that shit's trash. Like that's not how you rap. Like that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like Eminem keeps doing that, and it's really not good. Like he has that same angry flow, rapid fire flow, and it's just not. I'm not like, and we'll get into this later. But like the only like white rapper who I really mess with like since Eminem is Mac Miller, because he's like the only one I know that doesn't have that rapid fire flow. Like he just chill. But yeah, we can get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
But the Eminem diss towards MGK, I kind of like. He said, what do you say? And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly. I don't use sublims, and sure as fuck don't sneak this, but keep commenting on my daughter Haley. Because MGK said pretty much said your daughter looks good back like 6 years ago when Haley was like underage, which you shouldn't do. But I thought that this was clever because he said I don't know who the fuck you are, Kelly. And
okay. When I heard that, I thought he was talking to R. Kelly, and I was like, "What? Why?"
Nah.
But then, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's good though. Of course, I'm in a Porsche and 4 and a quart.
No comments on that, Daisha?
So I'm not too familiar with the whole music thing.
Got it.
I'm trying to like. I think I said what I could muster.
Yeah, yeah. um. Okay. So now we could talk about. Okay, so have you guys heard about the? I think I mentioned it to both of you, but the New York Times op-ed, the anonymous op-ed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the New York Times got an anonymous source from the White House, and this source basically wrote bad things about Trump. Like everybody doesn't think he knows what he's doing. Like he needs to be gone ASAP. Like he's just trouble. And the thing which had this like which had kind of like at least the attention of Twitter when I was on it was that a lot of people think that Mike Pence wrote it, and the reason for that being is that in the um in the article or yeah in the article my the word there's a word used called lodestar, which I don't know what that word means, but apparently Mike Pence uses that word a lot, like that, which and it's a very distinct word. So if you know Mike Pence, then you would know like it's it points to that he might have said it. Um, so like, what do you guys think about? I guess the whole state of the White House right now and the internal conflict going on there.
Messy. I thought his people were loyal to him. I did not expect him to come out and be like, "This is crazy. We feel y'all,"
Yeah.
because nobody's really been saying anything. It seems like he's doing what he wants. He says what he wants. He acts crazy, and nobody really checks him. It seems like they're like holding him down, but I don't know if it was Mike Pence. I wouldn't have thought that, but if it was, even if he didn't feel that way, it would make sense because when Trump gets impeached, he'll be the president. So he probably is like trying to get that if he was the writer. Um, but yeah, I thought he had his eggs in a basket or his ducks in a row, whatever they say. But it looks like there's trouble.
Yeah, and I don't think this is the first time we've heard like someone from within the Trump administration talking shit about Trump. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I don't. I mean, I think everybody in politics has their own agenda. So like, they might have they might have been on the Trump wagon for a little bit. It's hard to say like who actually believed in Trump, you know, besides like core fan base. I don't know. For me, I feel like the ideal like direction for this is for um, it's for Trump to find out there was Mike Pence, fire Mike Pence, and then shortly later Trump gets impeached.
Oh shit.
Then
That'd
we
be
don't
lit.
then we don't
Can
got either of them.
can he fire Mike Pence?
I don't know how it works, but you can't get rid of your vice president if you're the president?
I don't know.
That seems like a waste of power. What was that just saying?
No, I was saying I feel like you should be able to. Like, if you're the president, you're fine.
Right, right.
But I feel like the whole thing with like that word he used, like, is that really like enough to say that it was Mike Pence just because like he uses that word a lot?
So, and that's the thing because people are saying like you can also like if you know Mike Pence, you can also frame it so that you put that word in the thing and then
Mm-hmm.
like frame him as the person who did it to get the attention off of you. So like nobody really knows, but it's still like a particular word. Like that word spelled like LODE star. I don't even know. Let me see what that means.
What lodestar means?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Nor do I.
Me either.
A star that leads or guides. One that serves as an inspiration, model, or guide. I wonder if he was calling Trump a lodestar.
But that would be a good thing if he was calling Trump a lodestar, right?
Right. Well, I meant like outside the like when he was supporting.
Oh no, he was calling McCain the lodestar.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was talking about how something about McCain's letter. I don't know. Actually, I meant to read it and I didn't read it. McCain wrote a farewell letter and he said some stuff about bringing America together and like, this administration is wild and stuff like that. And so he was calling McCain the lodestar.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's get into
I wonder who it is.
What?
I was just saying, I do wonder who it was. Like, was it actually some? Well, I guess the New York Times people know, but yeah, I just wonder who it is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be part of a senior administration, so someone out there, someone close to Trump, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We might not ever know. Okay, so next topic, which I'm sure Daisha is going to be interested in. Talk about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? They got beef?
Dang, just saying.
Wait, you don't know about this?
I don't. Oh, wait. No, I heard about Nicki Minaj had beef with like Culture with the baby.
Oh yeah. So go ahead and explain it if you want.
Explain it. Like the entire beef, or what's like riled up right now?
The whole. I want to know.
Wait, I don't understand the whole beef.
Oh.
Well, no. Apparently,
too much pressure.
Apparently, it's like they've been sneak dissing each other for a long time, but apparently, like in the past, the same thing that happened with Remy Ma. Cardi B is saying that Nicki does stuff like behind the scenes too. Like she will tell certain people not to like go places if Cardi's gonna be there, that she won't show up if Cardi's like trying to like detriment her career. And allegedly she's been liking things, I guess, on Instagram that are like negative about Cardi being able to be a mom and about Culture in general. So I guess
that's wild.
Cardi pulled up on Nicki at the fashion show and was like, "Let's go," trying to fight. And Nicki was hiding behind like 10 bodyguards. Cardi was like, "Let's go." And Nicki was like, "I'm not going anywhere." So Cardi ended up throwing her shoe at Nicki, and but somehow, which Sandisa, I guess you were saying so they're saying that she didn't actually fight Nicki. Like Nicki was behind the bodyguards the whole time, but Nicki's like entourage, Ra Ali or somebody, she did get into a fight with, and she like walked out. She has a big knot, or she did at least last night have a big knot on her on one of her eyes. Cardi did. After the fight, Nicki seemed to leave the fight perfectly fine, and I think that's because she was protected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I heard, like Cardi stepped up to like Nicki's entourage, basically calling her out, and then Ra Ali, instead of Nicki getting out, like Ra Ali,
right?
I don't know who the hell that is, but she.
Oh right, who is that?
Yeah, I don't know, but she stepped up, and they got into a scuffle. Cardi left the thing with the L on her forehead, and shortly after, I think Cardi posted on Instagram like giving like I guess background info for what happened, and then Nicki Minaj posted on Instagram like photos of her from the thing, just like looking unbothered.
Yeah, looking super unbothered.
Yeah. So what team y'all on? Team Cardi, Team Nicki?
Oh, well, did you see that video though of Tekashi in the club, and he was playing it? I'm assuming it was last night too. He was playing what's their song, Fifi, Nicki and Tekashi. And then he cut it off and was like, "Is Team Cardi in here?" And he started playing Bodak Yellow, and Takashi didn't flinch. He, it didn't matter that it was Cardi. He was doing the same thing. But there are alliances being made. I'm Team Cardi.
Yeah, I think I'm Team Cardi too.
Nicki's such a mean girl.
I mean, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm team anybody because I don't really care about it. But it's like kind of entertaining, and I think the whole thing's funny. Like Nicki Minaj is like a troll. Like all that stuff she did, and then she like she was ready. Like made sure that her bodyguards were around her. She got in no fight. She got no marks on her. And then Cardi's just the one that looks like the immature child that wants to throw hands, and like Nicki's just unbothered. Like that's just That's what it's.
Yeah.
The reason I'm Team Cardi is not because like I even care for like Cardi B. I just don't like Nicki Minaj at this point.
True.
Like Nicki Minaj, like apparently, like she's doing everything that these people are saying that she's doing, and talking about the woman's baby and stuff, and then like,
yeah, no, I believe all that anyway.
Yeah, talking all this trash, and then like I feel like Cardi's at least real. Like she's like it's on site. Like she saw Nicki, and it was on site.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like Nicki Minaj, like I don't know, and then like the fact like she still has Travis Scott's name in her mouth. And like all that stuff earlier, just like come on, like I don't know, I don't really like her.
Yeah, no, I don't really like Nicki either. I mean, but at the same time, like I guess like the way she played this whole thing is kind of smart. But yeah, like if all that stuff is true that Cardi was saying about her, like that just makes her like look childish and immature. And like just wanting to be like the center of attention or wanting to stay on top. She's doing all this extra stuff just to like stay on top.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it was smart of Nicki because like, well, I mean, from what I've been seeing, like people are still like siding with Cardi B, and the fact that Nicki still like and Cardi B like gave light into what happened and stuff. Like, yeah, Cardi B looks childish, but like. I don't know, just like in light of recent events, I feel like Nicki Minaj should just lay low instead of getting her name involved and stuff. And I think I still feel like we're seeing the fall of Nicki Minaj. Slowly.
At least the beginning of the fall.
Yeah, at least
the fact that she has to do all this extra stuff to try to stay top of the game, try to get all this attention.
Yeah. Swag.
That's bad. Poor baby.
Wait, so yeah, what does culture have to do with it?
I don't know. Why is she mentioning culture, Daisha?
I'm sure she's just mentioning. I don't. Well, like Cardi is saying, she hasn't. I don't know what she said about culture that night, but apparently she's been liking things like negatively about culture online. As like nobody else can kind of see what I'm doing, but I know you, huh?
Like, what have people been saying about culture? Like, what do people say about a baby?
Oh, right. I don't know. Probably just the crazy like fanatic barbs that are writing for Nicki, because I don't imagine anybody else having any concern about Cardi's baby and what she can do or not do as a mother.
The only thing I think you could say about culture is that like her name is the name of the first Migos album, spelled with a K. Which is like, why? But okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but what happened? Cardi just surpassed Nicki Minaj on streams. Cardi's album "Invasion of Privacy" just surpassed Nicki Minaj's "Pink Print" on Spotify streams.
Oh, word?
Yeah. top female album now.
Okay. Cap.
I know that.
Yeah, but I don't really. I don't know. I want to see Cardi do well because I feel like she just minds her own business. I want to see Nicki flop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't like. I hope Cardi like comes back from this like in a good way because right now it kind of like makes her look bad because of how she reacted, how she like played it, how she like ran up on her and ended up getting like hit. But then like I feel like now she has to like strategize and be smart with her next move so that she can like, she can be the one on top, and then Nicki ends up like flopping or looking stupid.
Yeah, Cardi's still in her come up. She'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Cardi is a head bitch. I don't even know if she's gonna try and strategize.
I feel like she gotta do something.
Hopefully hopefully somebody tells her. I mean, I know she's got a good team around her.
Yeah. But yeah, she's definitely like Nicki's been in the game longer, so Cardi, I feel like that's just like the new like spirit, like the new like the non-experience that she has that kind of like was her downfall of this little altercation. But she'll learn, I guess.
Right. Because she's probably not used to like people sneak dissing and talking behind your back and stuff. I'm sure like especially growing up in New York, like she's about like if you're not saying it to my face, why are you talking? So yeah. Okay. Okay, so have you guys heard about Jeffrey Owens, the Cosby Show actor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was spotted working at a grocery store, and he was kind of shamed for it because he was an actor on the Cosby Show, like one of the most popular TV shows ever, and now you see him working in a grocery store. And so, like at first, like he said he was embarrassed because of it, but now like he's realizing, every job has its value, and you can't really blame him for working at a grocery store because, like in light of the recent Cosby scandal, I think like I'm sure he hasn't been receiving his what's that word for like when you still receive money from TV shows that you used to work on? You know what I mean?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Royalties?
Oh.
Yeah, royalties. Yeah, so like I'm pretty sure his royalties from the Cosby Show have like stopped. Like he's not getting any more money from that. So he has to work at the grocery store. So because he's still trying to find work as an actor. And so like that's just, to me, that's kind of crazy, like how this Cosby scandal it pretty much affected everybody on that show. Like, dude's not even getting money anymore because of what Bill Cosby has done, and now, and so it kind of brings to like why do you guys think he was shamed because of that?
For working at the grocery store?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Like people are just stupid. Like, or people are just like mean. I'll be like, oh, how you go from being an actor to working at a grocery store? Like, I don't know. Like people just find any reason to clown somebody. It's pretty messed up. But maybe I guess it's because like they're making fun of him saying like, oh, he's not that good. He wasn't that good of an actor to even find another job. Yeah, I guess maybe they might be saying that, or because just people just love to troll and make fun of anybody.
Yeah, but it's interesting now because it's come full circle. Because so since that photo went viral, Nicki Minaj has given him 25,000, just like donated to him. Which I don't know. I doubt her intentions are good, but whatever. She donated 5,000. I think it was Tyler Perry gave him a role on like that he gave him an acting job for something he's gonna do. So like this has all come back to benefit him. You know, it's kind of interesting. Like someone tried to shame him, and then it got flipped and reversed into 25,000 and an acting opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Get on his feet. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's good.
I liked what he said about it too, like the changing perspectives of what work means. Um, I, when he was talking on whatever, I think he went on some talk show and he was like, people are shaming me because like the concept of work is becoming different. People like people can work from their phone, people can work from home, like people can do anything to work. So the fact that I'm working in a grocery store after I've been an actor for so long is crazy to them. But I mean, if he likes the traditional go back to work and work at a grocery store thing, that's cool. And Nikki giving him $25,000, she's just looking for clout. Like what? What are you doing? Leave. Shut up. Sit down. Stop bothering people. Nobody cares. I mean, that's nice for him and great, but it's like it just so happened to happen when she's out here like looking to be relevant again. And that's why you got it, not because she's a sweet soul. I mean, maybe she is a sweet soul. Let me not say that, but that's just how I feel about it.
And the guy just said like he doesn't want to be seen as a charity case.
Right.
And you just gave 25,000. Like he was good.
I'm sure he wasn't complaining, but it's just like
yeah. Where you at? Nothing. You litty off the what are you drinking?
I stopped. No, I was sipping E&J. But nah.
Stream like a boss.
Huh?
Nah, I said sipping E&J on stream like a boss.
Yeah, nah, it didn't. I only took like one sip, so it's not really much. I had enough at the tailgate today. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh, that explains like you tired.
Yeah, I'm kind of just a little bit tired.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So next topic we can talk about before we get to our main topic is so you guys heard about Kelis, how do you say your name? Nas' ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know how to say it.
Well, yeah. Anyway, a couple months ago, she came out with she basically said, you know, Nas, him and me, we used to fight, and you know, I was abused or whatever, and basically just tarnishing his name and stuff. Like they've been having problems ever since they got divorced. And Nas came out with like this long like paragraph on Instagram, basically saying like he never abused her. She was verbally abusive. She was physically abusive. She did this, that, and the third. She's trying to use my kids against me. All that. It's like pretty much trying to expose her. You know. And for me, like it prompted the question, why? Like people don't like when that like because when it first came out, then Callis was saying that like nobody or everybody was against Nas. Like people calling Nas trash, he's canceled, all that. Now like Nas said this, nobody. It seems like nobody considers Nas a victim of abuse. Nobody is saying anything about Kellis. You know, it's pretty quiet from my opinion. And I don't know, that's just interesting to me.
So yeah, I think it's pretty messed up that people that he took like his name was tarnished from all that, and like did she ever come out and say or like or say that like the truth, or did she just never? Yeah, did she ever come out and say the truth? That like they were both like it was kind of like it wasn't just him beating her up. Like they were both just like in physical.
When she mentioned it, when she was saying like she was abused by him, she said we would fight, and so it was kind of for me. It was I interpreted it as you know sometimes she would hit him and then sometimes he would hit her or whatever. Like it was never just one person doing it or whatever. But I know other people, because I got into an argument with somebody about this. I know other people interpret it as, oh, he was hitting her and she was just defending herself or whatever and all that. But I recently brought up the argument again with somebody, and like it's interesting because now they're saying, well, I'm glad Nas didn't do anything to her, but I think she should be held accountable. And I was like, but you had all this energy. You know, basically, you know, saying Nas is trash or whatever. But now, like, when Nas says the same thing, basically saying he didn't do anything, you're not really saying anything. Like, you're quiet. You're just saying she should be held accountable. So, I don't know. To me, just like that double standard when it comes to, I guess, men as victims of abuse and sort of thing. I just want to touch upon that a little bit because
I can't really hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, I think like the last few things that you said are kind of like choppy, so I couldn't hear.
I just said like men as victims of abuse, like that should get recognized more. Like, because I know women don't see men as victims of abuse, and men don't see men as victims of abuse, but like it's definitely possible, and you know, keep that same energy.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a double standard, but there's so many double standards. So for women alike, we just gotta get over that shit. And you know, we're human. All of us, the same equals. You know, would you like it? No, I don't like it either.
After analysis.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh.
But yeah, I definitely think that it's not fair. Like people are so quick to like condemn a man for like something that they don't even know 100% the truth about. They're so quick to like crucify them, really. Like, and then if it's a woman, like the energy is not really the same. Like you said, like it's kind of like, yeah, they do agree that the women should be held accountable, but like they're just not even as passionate about that as they are towards when they think that a man is doing it.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to like what we talked about last week with the whole cancel culture thing, where like, you know, social media has become like the Salem witch trials, where you know you do one thing, and now you're just like you're put on a stake and executed. Like you're suspected of being a witch, and it might not even be confirmed, but too late. Like we're gonna crucify you on the internet and mess up everything for you know.
Yeah,
Okay, so the main topic I want to get into just yesterday, Mac Miller passed away. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise. Um, Passed away due to overdosing on drugs. I'm not sure which drugs. Um, for me, like when I first heard that, that kind of like I got a little, just a little bit. I got a little emotional just because I remember when Mac Miller first came out. Like I remember that mixtape "Kids," such a dope. Um, and I remember like especially when he came out with that. No, he. I remember him coming out on the Double XL magazine. Those were like the golden, not the golden era, but like a great time for hip hop when it was like 2010, 2011.
Yep.
And yeah, I remember Mac Miller coming out, and he was never like my favorite artist, but I always thought he was talented, and I always thought, you know, like as far as like white people who rap, like he's better than most of them. I felt. Does that sound bad?
No, it's a fact.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that shit giggling. That's why I'm like, did I say something?
No, I have no comments.
Okay, copy. But yeah, I always like Mac Miller, and like everybody, like you're a dope white boy rapper when everybody in the culture fucks with you, like TDE, Odd Future, everybody.
Pro Era,
what? Yeah, like everybody messed with Mac Miller, and he had like great energy. He was just like, and the way he's so chill, and that was always exemplified in his music. Like his flow was always kind of like lazy, laid back, but he was flowing.
Yeah, and he had bars like
he had bars.
Like his music, like, interesting.
Yeah, like, it's different. Like I saw you tweet that the other day.
Yeah,
Mac was just different. Like the way, like, and especially like if you follow like his discography, like from when he first started, like especially like I want to say with Kids, and then to what's the album called? Watching Movies with the Sound Off.
That was my favorite album right there. Watching Movies with the Sound Off.
That's pretty much, that album's, I think that album's a classic kind of.
Yeah, it really was.
Classic. And it's just, like, especially watching movies with the sound. I love that album. Like that first song was just, it's so introspective, and
yeah,
he was really just like talking about himself and like stuff he goes through, and just like really relatable stuff.
Yeah, and it's like the ideas that he like puts in his music, like the ideas and like the concepts of like his like songs. They're so like interesting. Like I don't even know how to describe them. They're like spiritual stuff. It's like
it's really spiritual too.
Yeah, and then it's like nobody's doing this. Like nobody else is rapping like this.
Right, and he was flowing, and it was good.
Yeah,
and like all his aliases, like
Larry
Fisherman, Easy Mac with the cheesy raps.
Yeah.
He was a very creative and talented individual. So, and he was 1 year older than me.
Really?
So, he's 26.
Oh yeah, he was 26.
Yeah, so just like seeing him from like when he first kind of started getting popping to now, it's kind of like seeing like a friend that you see that you know getting into music, becoming successful, and then putting out music and then dying. Like,
yeah,
because like he was putting out music. We were growing up, and he's putting out music, and I could relate to his music. To see him, to hear it that he passed away due to drugs, and we know like he was dealing with some stuff. I was really kind of sad yesterday because I feel like hip hop lost a real one.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. And like honestly, like I'm not gonna sit here and say that like I've been like following Mac Miller since like he first came out or whatever. But like, I just remember like my sophomore year of high school. That's like when I really started to like really listen to like all the different rappers that were popular back then. And I was like 2013, so that was right around when Watching Movies with the Sound Off first came out. And like when I heard that, I was like, yo, this is like dope stuff. Like I went back and I listened to his some of his old mixtapes, like The Kids, and like just the other stuff they had put out before that. I was like, yeah, like this guy's definitely like the best white rapper out right now. And also like that Faces mixtape that came out like I think the year after.
Here we
like
go.
That
I was just listening to that. Here we go.
That mixtape was crazy.
Drake.
Like, and then I remember I think the first time I ever heard Mac Miller was like Damani was just like he used to blast this song with Mac Miller and like I think it was Juicy J or something. It was called like Lucky Ass Bitch or something like that. And like that song, I don't know, like that song was so lit. Like it wasn't even like it was just a party song. It was so cool. I was like, who is this song or who is rapping in this song that Damani's always playing? Like, I don't know. And then
remember that song Donald Trump?
Yes. Oh yeah. That was probably like one of the first or second songs I ever heard by him. But yeah, that and then like I guess ever since like the Faces mixtape, I didn't really like listen to too much Mac Miller because I thought he was kind of like falling off. And I was like, dang, like he's never gonna be the same. But then like the latest album that he just recently dropped like a month ago, like what's it called? Swimming Pools or something like that. Like I actually messed with that album. Like I was like, oh dang, Mac Miller's like he's not the same as he used to be, but he's definitely like he still got it somewhat. And like that album was so chill. And I think I told y'all like about it when it first came out.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
Group that we have. And yeah, like it was so chill. Like he's rapping about like self-care and like just like he's still rapping about like this depression and stuff that he's dealing with, but he's like also rapping about like kind of coming back to who he is and like healing from all the pain that he's dealt with. So like I'm thinking like in my head like this is good, like because I know that he always rapped about like pain and depression and stuff like that. So like when he's putting out the positive stuff, and it makes me like it kind of made me happy. Like it's like he's getting better. So then like to hear that he passed away, like I was like really shocked. Like I was just like, wow, like, I can't believe this right now. Like I was walking back to my room and I was just scrolling on Twitter and I saw that I just literally like stopped in the middle like of the sidewalk. I was like, what in the world? Like I cannot like I was like, I can't believe like what I'm reading. Like he was so young and I really thought he was gonna put out at least like 2 more albums. I thought he was gonna like be back on top soon.
And bro, like his music was just like so relatable too to like a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people like at least from like maybe not like this generation that likes, you know, the you know, what's it called? The mumble rap, I guess, quote unquote music. But like people kind of grew up on him, like who were around the same age as him. Like I know a lot of people listen to his music for like it helped them get through some things. And just like the fact that he was so introspective and it really seemed like he was genuine, like he was really trying to, you know, if he couldn't help himself, at least my music can help you through whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
And he was down for the cause. Like he had a skit on I don't know if it was SNL, but he was basically, you know, talking about Donald Trump saying like, you know, you're anti-black, you don't think Black Lives Matter, you think Mexican, you just basically saying all this stuff about Trump. And then basically saying, you know, fuck you. Like, if you're elected president, we're gonna, people can go and stay away from you, but I'm gonna stay here and keep telling people how horrible of a person you are.
Yeah.
And I really mess with that. So it's dope. Like, and it's sad that he passed away. Like, I know he touched a lot of people. And I saw something on Twitter where I don't know if you saw it, but Ugly God. He's basically saying how people, like when Astroworld came out and Swimming came out, people were saying, do y'all hear something? Is Mac Miller still relevant? Like, and he was talking about that with Mac Miller, and Mac Miller were talking about that. So it's sad that people had all this negative stuff to say about him, and then now he passed away. Like, I'm sure that stuff gets to you, and then like his whole thing with Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
yeah, which no, I'm sure she's not, you don't blame her, but I'm sure like that whole breakup like hurt him too. So
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's I was gonna actually bring that up. Like like a lot of people are actually like blaming Ariana Grande, and like that's really messed up to me
yeah,
because like it's I'm sure like she tried to like I don't know, she tried to like make things work between them, but I think she just couldn't deal with the fact that he was like such a hard drug user and things like that. And like I'm sure them breaking up that hurt him a lot. But to blame her is like for his death, like that's just so messed up.
that's really messed up. And
And
yeah,
like she Ariana Grande, like she's a good person. Like I like her a lot.
yeah, I think
And I
genuine
think she
too
gets like a lot of like negativity thrown at her a lot too.
because of like yeah, I hear about that too. People need to stop that. At the end of the day, you know, she left it because he was abusing drugs and alcohol, and it was affecting their relationship. And she doesn't owe him to be with him through all that. That's something that, you know, if you're dealing with, excuse me, if you're dealing with drug and alcohol abuse, that's something you got to deal with yourself. That's an internal battle.
Yeah.
And I know he was fighting hard. I can relate to it. And you know, rest in paradise. Rest in paradise.
Rest in peace. Hmm.
You've been awfully quiet, Daisha.
Yeah, this rest in peace, paradise, all and all those beautiful, gracious things. I don't know much about Mac Miller, unfortunately. But it's sad. There's so many of them up there overdosing and taking their lives. So it's just I think and it's a reflection of the world too. I mean not the world, but at least America. The suicide rate is going up. So it's we're in dark times, but you always gotta have hope and things like that. So hopefully things will turn around for everyone.
I saw J. Cole tweet something. He said something along the lines of like, if there's any rapper, anybody in the game that's going through any pain or depression, and you just need someone to talk to, just know that I can be that ear for you. I can be there to listen. Cause like, I feel like that affected J. Cole a lot, or it hurt him a lot. Cause he just put out the Kids on Drugs album, supposed to be like
Mm.
promoting
That's a good
like
point.
not using drugs and stuff like that. So like, and like that song "Friends" by J. Cole, like that's specifically about people that he loves and that he knew using drugs, and that he so like passionately doesn't want them to do that anymore to escape their demons. And then like for Mac Miller to die from overdose, like I'm sure that hurt J. Cole a lot too. And so I think that's good that he wants to be like there for people. And he wants to like let people. He wants to like use himself as, or people can talk to him and things like that and help him feel better.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That J. Cole just released, you know, that album "Kids on Drugs."
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about that though is that if someone's going through something like that, 9 times out of 10, they'll look you straight in your eye and say, you know, I'm good, I'm fine. You know, put a smile on their face.
That's
They're
true.
not, they're not going to open up about it, and you kind of, I don't know, like on one hand, it's an internal battle that you got to deal with, but I think if you got a friend who you suspect, you know, who's dealing with depression
Mhm.
and making a lot of unwise choices, you it's I mean it's up to you, but you gotta check in on them. You know, just let them know they got their support. If they want your help, they'll reach out to you. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to force them to do anything.
Hmm.
I feel. But yeah, yeah. So basically, J. Cole said the right thing. You know,
Yeah, that was nice of him.
yeah.
Hopefully, people do reach out to them though. Mental health is so stigmatized.
Yeah.
Mental health, that's important, folks.
Yep.
Health in order.
Important to check on your strong friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No matter how strong they might seem, they might be going through something internally and you might have no idea.
Right.
So I check up on them.
Facts. And then okay, I want to talk about one more topic. I just saw this like yesterday, and I think it's like an important topic to talk about. Um, have you guys heard about that man in Dallas who was shot in his own home by a cop?
Oh yeah.
Is he black?
Yup, you know he is.
Yeah.
So, all right, so here's what happened. Thursday night in Dallas, a white patrol officer who just got off of work walks into an apartment that's, not hers, and she sees the guy who lives there and she shoots him. That's what happened.
Wait, what? Like,
She entered the apartment, thought it was her apartment, but it wasn't. And she saw somebody in there and she shot him. So now they're trying to, see if like maybe she was under the influence of alcohol or something. But
You have to be under the influence of something.
yeah. And even if she's not, like, come on, like, she should still go to jail. Like, the heck?
yeah, and she was still in her uniform when she encountered him in the apartment. And apparently, like this, the dude who died, like he was brilliant. Like, he was in college. Hold on, let me bring up what I know about him. Oh man, I can't even find. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so he was a college graduate from St. Lucia who worked as an analyst for an organization. He was a motivational speaker and a worship leader, and she just walked into his apartment and killed him. And like, it's just like,
Lord.
how is she not? And that's murder. That's not manslaughter. But they have it as manslaughter for now. But that's just, I don't know. That's just wild to me. Like if she's not prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, then what? Because there's no excuse at that point. He was in his own home.
Yeah.
Right.
What can you do to defend that?
Yeah, it's messed up.
I don't know what they would say either, because didn't he like she was trying to open it and it was locked, and he had to open it for her, and then she shot him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, I don't even know the details. Like, you walk into, how do you even get in? Like,
yeah, no, that's what happened. She was trying to open the door, and after she couldn't get in for a while, he ended up opening the door, and that's when she shot him.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know. She must have been. If she was, I wonder if she just got off, or like if she was so tired. But she was on the completely wrong floor. It just doesn't make much sense.
But why is your first thing to shoot him?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, warning. She can't just, like, what? She can't even say anything. Like, police, like, I don't know. And especially if he didn't have any weapons on him.
Right. Like really, you just saw a black face, and I was like, oh snap, somebody broke into my apartment, and you decided to shoot.
Yeah, like, if I can understand, like, if he had a gun in his hand, like, but he's in his own house, so he wouldn't have a gun in his hand walking around, like.
Right.
But that's the thing with cops. They can just claim I feared for my life, and then get away with anything.
The messed up part about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. See if you guys have anything to say about it.
No, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they can manslaughter. I mean, it definitely wasn't premeditated unless they can show it was premeditated. So they probably won't go any higher than manslaughter.
That's trash.
And even second-degree murder, you have to have some sort of provocation. I think she was just like, maybe she'll say incapacitated or something like that. But alcohol wouldn't excuse it. So I don't know, but it's just people need to get rid of their guns anyways.
That's a whole other conversation. But what are you guys up to later?
I need to eat. I haven't eaten all day. I had a breakfast this morning, but that's it.
Oh yeah, same. You got Iron Man too.
Oh yeah.
That game is there.
I don't know. I'm kind of broke right now. I just had to pay my tuition like last week.
With no financial aid?
Well, yeah, I have financial aid.
Oh, okay. I feel that. Okay. What?
So what about you?
Shoot, as soon as the stream is done, I'm gonna go. I just did a review for that show Ozark I was telling you about. I did episode 1 review. Yeah, so I'm gonna edit that, and then I'm gonna try and post it tonight. I'm gonna try and edit it prettier than the last video I did. Huh?
You posted on YouTube?
I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Not yet. I need it. Still.
Yeah, I saw somebody else tweet about that show, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought it was like low key, but I guess more people know about it.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for my episode 1 review channel. Excuse me. And then yeah, after that I just want to play Spider-Man. Yeah. I might hit the gym too later. But that's all right, but that's pretty much it. Any closing statements, any closing thoughts, anything you guys want to say?
Not really. Thanks for having me. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Oh wait. Yeah. Is it backwards or is it forward?
You're good.
All right.
So,
yeah, you know. And on SoundCloud. Oh, I have a plan for like my next 2. I'm planning on dropping 2 solo EPs. Not really anytime soon. It's gonna take a lot of work and time, but just be on the lookout, people. They're gonna be called Streams of Consciousness and Streams of Ignorance.
That's what it's called?
Yeah. Well, one of them is Streams of It's 2 of them.
Oh, okay. That's a dope concept.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Streams of Consciousness and Streams of Ignorance. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna try to have like cover art, and I want to put it on Apple Music too. I want it to be completely produced by myself. So,
hey, Justine, what was that new song I heard you playing on your? I think it was your Snapchat. Where can I find that? I'm about to play it right now.
Wait, on my Snap? That's posted on my story.
Yeah, I fuck with that song.
It's called. It's not new actually. It's I posted it last year. I was kind of just like reminiscing, but yeah, it's called The Come Up. Just go on SoundCloud, type up j.ob, The Come Up. No spaces on J.O.B.
J.O.B.
Yeah. And I'm actually on the second verse of that song because it's like me and 2 other people. Yeah.
I'm gonna skip to your verse because I'm
That's not me.
I know.
Oh. But listen to the hook though.
Huh?
But listen to the hook though. It's pretty cool. So you can.
All right, you coming up, right?
Going up. You guys ain't talking about drumline.
Your verse was clean. Your verse was clean.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Enough of the foolishness. I gotta go. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. If you liked it, like it, comment. Feel free to subscribe. Matter of fact, you better subscribe. And have a good day. Peace.
Bye.
Oh.